Hello, Gemini. Welcome back. This is Etheric Tide. I'm Lauren, and this is your July Tarotscope general reading. We are well and truly into retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and I mean, heaps of other planets are in retrograde as well. But what's really great about retrograde is it's a great time for us to kind of usually dredges up the past, like past people, past situations, in order for us to reevaluate them. And sometimes it can do things like completely muddle up your communication. In my case, it will really make me mix up my words, and sometimes people will miscommunicate things, or you send an email and it doesn't get sent properly, and things just don't quite work technology wise. And just ride that wave, just ride with it. And being like an air sign, it does mean that you're really going to have to look at your communication. I'm an Aquarius, so I mean it makes sense that it really muddles up my communication. But yeah, this one came up in the pre-shuffle, and it really needs to come out. It came out actually in the reverse. So this one's associated with like balancing, and I mean, like, where in your life have you become so unbelievably unbalanced? So you can see in the background there, it's kind of like you've got ships in the background. That's usually like they're saying something along the lines of like financial ships coming in. And I think for you, it's just been this like push and pull of financial stability, freedom, financial stability, freedom. Like, you feel like you can't have both. You feel like you're either financially struggling but having fun and doing things that you really like and going on adventures and having experiences, or you're working really hard and you have no freedom, and it's just all about saving money, but you are getting like that financial stability and everything. You kind of feel like it's one or the other. So what I think is coming up for you guys, specifically over this retrograde, is reevaluating how you view your money situation and how you view money as a whole. And what's really great is money is freedom. That's what it is. As an energetic thing, it represents freedom. So I think if you more so, instead of separating the two, why not decide that money is freedom, and by embodying freedom, you actually invite more money energetically into your life. And it's not a matter of, like, I think that perhaps for a lot of you, you've probably decided that to have money is to have incredible amount of hard responsibility. Yeah. I mean, you got yourself the Nine of Pentacles there in the reverse. So I think you've kind of you've gotten completely mixed up in what you think financial stability is. I think that you guys just think that financial stability is sacrifice and hard and exhausting, and it's an uphill battle, and it just never gets better. I just think that you guys don't think that balance is even possible. So they're just reiterating, like, there's this belief system that you guys are probably hopefully purging. I really do hope that this isn't something that sticks with you, because it would prove really difficult to navigate the rest of your career where you feel like you just don't have any freedom. Like, I think that maybe you're considering taking like other routes to making money, as in like you feel like you need to even have an extra job or additional investments, and there's nothing wrong with investing money. Like, I mean, if you have the correct resources and the right people around you, going to professionals and investing wisely, beautiful. However, I think that if you feel like you need to work extra hard to make extra money, I think that you need to look at money more as an energetic thing versus something that's so action based. Or I think that a lot of the times people just get it in their head that there's a certain, as in like, this is a small amount of money and this is a large amount of money, and in order to get that large amount of money I have to expel a larger amount of action or a larger amount. And it's harder to get. It's a lot harder to get a large amount of money or a big amount of money. It's more valuable. And I mean, having, obviously $10,000 and $1,000 cannot buy the same things. What I'm saying is, energetically, they are the same thing. There's not really, except for in your head, there's no energetic difference between what is arguably a small amount of money, let's say $1, and manifesting $1 versus manifesting $10,000. They still have the same energetic signature. It's just that you've attached that this is harder to get, and the idea of you getting it is very rare and difficult, and you just can't manifest it. But because money is abundance, which is freedom, which is a type of energetic vibration that you can sit in, and the universe doesn't know the difference between a small amount of money and a large amount of money. It's just abundance, not abundance. That's all it reads. So the more that you sit in the energy of abundance or freedom, the more that will flow to you. And the more that flows to you, the more abundance energetically that you'll feel, and the more that flows to you. This is why when you have certain people that have figured this out, where they are living their lives not to make the money to get the good feeling of abundance, they create the feeling of abundance, which allows energetically for that to flow into us, if that makes sense. So I think for you, what needs to happen is, and I mean, like, I can't ignore that the star has come up here as well. So this is talking to the entrepreneurs that are watching this, my Gemini entrepreneurs. If you are struggling with a new business, and again, take this how this resonates, if you are going on to like a new venture or finding new ways to make money, when you go into it, I would love for you to have a look at your financial situation as it stands, and I would love for you to be able to have a look at how you can energetically see how you already are in a great financial situation. If you focus in on how you want to have X amount of money and you don't have X amount of money, and you think that that's so difficult to get, like it's where it's going to require more work, then indeed it's going to require more work. It's going to be such a hard slog. So if you take away the difference energetically for a lot of money versus a little amount of money, that might help in order to shift any sort of resistance that you have to being open to receive abundance in general. All right, let's grab you an oracle card. This one. Oh, great. Empowerment. So this one, I think like on the back of the star there as well, is where empowerment to me is freedom. So I think that if you're able to shift your view on money as being freedom, that's going to be the key for July for you, and being able to shift that belief of getting a lot of money equals hard, slog, painful, exhaustion, and sacrifice, to freedom equals excitement, equals fun, equals joy, equals abundance, and therefore it flows to you naturally. And being able to shift your awareness from large amount of money, small amount of money, doesn't matter. Abundance is abundance. Okay? All right, well, that's your reading for the month of July there, Gemini. If you would like a personal reading, details are down below. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I am always grateful of any good karma donations. Have a great July, guys. Bye.